Uh, how's the position group been playing out so far in camp?
Yeah, our position group, we've been doing really well. We hold each other accountable in the meeting room, on the field, and we really just have a good connection between the four of us. We got me, Sam, Jacoby, and Boaz, Jefferson Boaz, and we all do a great job of just having fun with each other, competing every day, and making sure we know the job of our teammates as well as ourselves.
When did you get back to full 100% and full go?
Yeah, truthfully, I got back 100% probably early June, late May, early June. So I ended up having surgery on my leg in February. Ended up being an 8-month recovery instead of an 8-week recovery. And that took a little longer than expected. And so by end of May, I was full go.
How has that process been since you were cleared in June in terms of, I'm sure you feel like you're trying to kind of cram everything in to make sure you're up to speed for training camp. How has that process been?
It's not easy because you got to do a little extra to kind of play catch up, but Coach Hess does a great job of making sure that we stay healthy as we're trying to get back into it. So I've just been really listening to Coach Hess and making sure I'm doing my treatments, stretching, doing my mobility work, and doing my speed work to stay caught up.
Thanks, Jace.
Okay, Ross Martin, you're up next.
Hey, Jace. In a previous interview, Coach Brown talked about using 2 quarterbacks throughout the game to maybe let Sam sit out and kind of get a feel for the game. How do you see your role on the field in 2020?
All I can do is work, show up and work each day and be prepared for whatever comes at me. So whether Coach Brown decides to play 2 quarterbacks or not, I'm going to be ready to go. And whenever my chance comes, I'm going to take it and run with it.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Andrew Jones.
Jace, I know you don't need the rehash. You're going back to Georgia Tech, your freshman year getting hurt, and then last year you get on the field, a couple snaps against Wake, and then against App State you get hurt again. You're out for the year. But one of the things that I've seen a lot is the spirit that you kind of brought to the team. And some of your teammates have talked about it too, that no matter what you've been through, you've always been an uplifting, spirited guy. How have you been able to maintain that through all this stuff that you've been through? Just a couple of flashes and boom, then you're hurt again.
Yeah, I think that's my responsibility as a leader on this team, is to lift people up no matter my circumstances, because no matter how bad I think I got it, somebody else has it worse than me. So I think my job as a leader is just to lift everybody up no matter the circumstance and just stay high-spirited and every day just try to bring energy to the team.
Not in terms of the recovery, but just kind of mentally and having to process what you were dealing with. Which injury was more difficult to deal with, to overcome?
Definitely my leg injury. There ended up being a lot more complications with that one than I expected to be. I kind of expected to be back within 8 weeks, and it ended up turning into 8 months. So it kind of threw me for a loop. Wasn't really able to get back on my feet like I wanted to and get back to training. And then just the whole situation, I was really looking forward to playing last year, and then unfortunately broke my leg and it kind of ended my season right there. And so that was pretty tough mentally. But through the help of great teammates and Mitch Mason and just my coaches, I was able to, get back up and lead the team from a different area. And like y'all said, I really do that through lifting people up on the sidelines.
Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay. Back over to Greg Barnes.
Jace, we've heard a lot about Kyler Mcmichael, but we haven't obviously seen him yet. Kind of what are your thoughts on him at cornerback thus far?
Yeah, Kyler's a beast. He's big, he's strong, and he's fast. So, Kyler really, paints a picture of what you want to see on the defense, or not what I want to see on the defensive side, but what a coach wants to see on the defensive side.
What about the secondary as a whole? Injuries really ravaged that group last year. Max talked about the depth over there. Just kind of a general overview of how they've looked thus far.
Yeah, they've looked great. I can definitely tell a difference from last year from this year to last year. They fly around. They're fast. They're a little more experienced than they were last year, and that always helps. And they're more healthy and they have more depth. So when you get those things together and you got great leadership on that side of the ball, it really helps them. You've got some great young guys coming in who I've seen start making a difference, and they really fly around and they do a great job.
Thanks, Jace.
All right, we'll wrap up today with Ross Martin.
What have you seen out of Jacoby Criswell, and what does he bring from the quarterback position?
Yeah, Jacoby's a great kid. He's a good leader. He's not really the most outspoken person, so you kind of have to get him to speak up. When he wants to say something, but when he's on the field, he does a great job. He's got a great arm. He's pretty athletic, and he's doing a great job of learning the offense. So, I'm here to help Jacoby in any way. And he's another brother of mine that I'm going to do whatever I can to make him better.
What about Jefferson Boaz?
Yeah, Boaz is doing well. He came in late summer, so he doesn't know the offense as well. But he's got a good arm, and he's real tall, so he has no issue seeing over the line like some of us do. So Boaz is really devoted to learning the playbook. You tell him to go learn something one night, the next morning you ask him a question, he's got it down. So Boaz does a great job of getting into that playbook and making sure he knows what he's doing before he comes into meetings that day.